child is messed up in the head and only talking sin.
Hi Jezuzfreek. Where do I get my sense of right and wrong from? The way I was raised and my biology, to put it very bluntly and very curtly. Now, I can expand on this at a later date if you like, but for the moment that will do. And I could go on about how we could come up with a set of standards for right and wrong for all of mankind that most sane people would agree on, that would be timeless, that would apply to everyone in all circumstances. But I can almost guarantee you that there would be within minutes people who were wanting to bend these rules for their own ideas of morality. For example, if I were to say we shouldn't kill anyone ever under any circumstances, that would be a good rule. If everyone lived by that rule, then the world would undoubtedly be a better place. Every sane person can agree with that rule. But there will be people who do kill because of selfish means, or because they lose their temper, or because they don't have enough resources and need to invade another country to get some. So this highlights the point that moral rules have to take account of more than one thing. You can't say it's immoral to kill and then have no rules which prevent a situation whereby someone could have no choice but to kill. So morality would have to include everyone looking after everyone else in terms of their basic human needs and human rights, the right to a decent standard of living for everyone, not just ourselves. But to get back to this rule bending problem, I can guarantee you that regardless of the rules we set, the standard that we set, someone will break the rules. Someone will kill another person, and when they do that, there will be people who want to kill that person because, you know, we shouldn't kill anyone except if they kill someone, and then it's okay to kill them. And this whole barbaric eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth type mentality. Now, it is an interesting question, because how then do you deal with this absolute timeless, applies in all situations rule? Can you? Don't really know. That's a deeper philosophical discussion, and I don't think that's really what you're getting at. What you want to talk about is the Bible and how you get your morality from not just the Bible but from God. Now, there's a clear problem with this, Jezuzfreek, and the problem is twofold. First of all, every rule laid out in the Bible pertaining to, let's take your example, rape and marriage. The Bible states that if a man rapes a virgin who is not betrothed in the countryside, and he is discovered in the act of raping her, then the punishment is he must marry that woman. So I'd like you to think about that. And then you say that we should compare our actions and ourselves to God. Okay, so I can justifiably drown everyone on the planet except for a few who I decide should be spared. I can justifiably condone genocide and infanticide. I can, if I'm basing, if I am comparing myself to God, I can treat everyone with contempt, I can bully them, I can demand worship. So, not to put too fine a point on it, Jesus Freak, where do you get off actually saying that God is your moral standard? I can say I don't believe in God, so I can say I don't accept him as my moral standard, but what annoys me is that you actually don't accept him as your moral standard either. You cherry pick the Bible like most people who say they get their morality from it, and that I find actually despicable. And then when it suits you, you will quote another misogynistic, backwards passage that explains why homosexuality is wrong. Now, you think homosexuality is wrong, but the passage that says that also says that if you discover a man lying with another man, you must stone them to death. And you will not do that. Under any circumstances, you would not do that. So, I am a bit confused, Jesus Freak. How is it that you claim to get your morality from God and the Bible when the examples in the Bible and of God therein are there are things there that are just morally despicable, and you wouldn't defend them? I've seen you try to defend slavery, by the way, and I'm sorry to tell you, but owning rights over another person, having the right to beat them to death, as long as they don't die straight away and they take a few days to die, to go unpunished for that because you've already lost a couple of days' wages, that's just morally bankrupt. So yeah, I have a problem with your whole moral high ground stance here, and I'd like to hear you try and defend that if you can.
Lie.